Now, CBS 42 presents The Road to the Final Four, brought to you by Window World.
Good day, and we are now a bit closer to the big showdown. Looking forward to the games on tap. Going to be an exciting, a really exciting next couple of days for both Alabama and Auburn in the Sweet 16. And best of luck to both teams and their fan bases. Some really exciting stuff for Auburn Tiger fans. How about this? The matchup against Michigan in Atlanta. Super short drive, super convenient, huge Auburn fan base right there in Atlanta. So it's just going to be a fantastic. Really couldn't ask for much better. I guess the only thing better would be if it were here in Birmingham, in the state of Alabama. But this is going to be a good game. Looking forward to this matchup between Auburn and Michigan. I had occasion to speak with Cliff Ellis, a longtime Auburn head coach, also coached at Clemson in the ACC as well. Knows a lot about the game of basketball. Did really well. Led the Auburn Tigers to the Sweet 16. Here's a bit of my interview with Cliff Ellis, the former Tiger head coach, Clemson Tigers, Auburn Tigers, but it's the Auburn Tiger version of Cliff Ellis that I got to talk to about this team and what Bruce Pearl is doing on the plane. Cliff Ellis led both Clemson and Auburn to the Sweet 16, won over 900 games in his career. A whole lot of winning. Coach Ellis joins us now. Coach, it's great to see you. First of all, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing wonderful. You know, I don't have the stress that Bruce and Andy at UAB and Nate at Alabama. I don't have that stress, you know, it's that stress. But this is the time of year you miss the most because, you know, everybody's engaged. People fill out brackets and, you know, crazy things happen. As you can see, March Madness, you know why it's March Madness. I mean, what was it, Jay Barker's daughter that got 45 last night and they lost the game. But just wonderful things that we're seeing in college basketball when March comes around.
Now, you had an incredible coaching career. I'm just curious, whenever you look at this Auburn team, you had a great run at Auburn. When you look at this Auburn team, what jumps out at you about this team?
Well, it's a reminder, we were a number one seed. We were number one back in '99. We were a number one seed back then. And, you know, what jumps out is when you're in the situation that Auburn's in, you're the hunted. You know, in the years before when I went to Auburn, you know, there hadn't been many NCAA tournament teams, and all of a sudden we're number one. We were always hunting, but in '99 we became the team that people were hunting. So it puts a lot more pressure on you. And when you get in these games, everybody's good. But you've also got to get a break. I mean, the ball's got to bounce right for you because it's going to get down. Look, there's going to be 70 possessions basically on offense and 70 on defense, and it's going to come down to the last couple of minutes. That ball may hit the rim the wrong way. You may miss a free throw. It may be a turnover. It is March Madness, and, you know, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. But you feel you have more pressure when you're number one. And we felt in '99 we were in the Sweet 16, and my goodness alive, we have a breakaway pass to our best player, Chris Porter, wide open, have a chance for a wide open layup to go up ahead, and it was towards the end of the game, and you know we couldn't come back from that and lost. And but at the same time, I've had teams over the years. Marquise Daniels' team upset Wake Forest when they were in the 2 seed, and we hit a couple of shots that I didn't know we could hit down the stretch. And so, you know, you got to be talented, you got to be fortunate, you got to be focused, and you know, you got to find your breaking point. You know, you get to a point where if something's not going right, you can't let it get you down.
And a lot of that happens, the ebb and flow of a game. As you look at this field, what other teams, other than Auburn, you talked about them, but other than Auburn, that really jump out of the screen to you as
well, there's no doubt. I think Auburn. I feel good about where Auburn is with the bracket that they've got to get to the Final Four. You know, Michigan and Michigan State, those teams. I think Auburn is just a lot better. I think the quickness. You know, the Big Ten. they're power-oriented teams, but I think Auburn is good, and of course Ole Miss is there. Can't sell them out. But the two teams that I have said all along that if I were coaching that I'd be most concerned about, one of them is Houston. Kelvin Sampson has just done a great job. The other one's Florida. I watched the Florida-Auburn game. I was there when Florida beat Auburn, and I'm telling you, Florida's for real.
Right.
And Houston and Florida, those are the two teams that I wouldn't. They would be the teams that worry me the most.
Yeah. Well, it's a great run in the SEC for sure. 7 teams in the Sweet 16. Coach Ellis, it's great talking to you. Thanks so much for the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's good. It's good to talk to people from Birmingham, the Steel City.
That's right.
And wish Andy Kennedy good luck tonight too, and all the teams in Alabama. What a great year in Alabama for college basketball.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Hopefully it'll keep going on. That's our hope. Thanks, Coach.
Take care.
And, of course, the big showdown, it's going to start Thursday night. Alabama going to take on BYU. That's going to be a fun one. You can catch that right here on CBS 42. And then Friday night, you've got Auburn taking on Michigan. The big showdown between the Tigers and the Wolverines, 8:30 right here on CBS 42. Going to be an exciting next couple of days right here on CBS 42. Catch all of the big games right here as Auburn and Alabama play in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament.